Hey, Daddy, I'm gonna do some freestyle rap for you. Okay. Give me a beat. Wicka, 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 what? My name is Kim the Jerky Cat, and I'm here to say I love beef jerky reviews in a major way. It makes me sad when these jerky journeys are through, but if you don't like them or jerky, y'all can fucking screw.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to a special Larry Bird edition of Brian's Jerky Journey, episode number 33. I am your host, just coming from the gym, getting one out when I can't for the win, host in the place to be, the notorious Brian G. And for episode number 33, I'm actually going to go and review a product that I actually bought this time. Didn't get this from a vendor, however. This particular vendor was advertising their jerky as a free sample sale. All you had to do was pay for shipping and handling. So technically it was free, but I had to pay for shipping, so it's a bought product. So I haven't had a chance to review it yet because, as I mentioned in prior episodes, my preference when I'm doing these reviews is to review the brands first of the companies who send me samples rather than companies that I'm buying them from. So yeah. So the one, what I'm going to actually review for you are three flavors from a company called Old Santa Fe Trail, and it actually kind of brings up a little bit of a memory as it relates to one of my favorite songs from one of my favorite musicals growing up, the musical Rent, which to me was Hamilton before Hamilton, ahead of its time back then. But yeah, I always think of Old Santa Fe Trail, that particular song. So, the three flavors for Old Santa Fe Trail I'm going to review are the original, the Green Chile, and the peppered. So, let's go into the original. No preservatives. It is a 1 ounce package, 1 ounce bag. They are based out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Old Santa Fe Trail Enterprises, Inc. The Main Street of America, Route 66. Their messaging on the back: no matter if it was the early American settlers heading west in their covered wagons on the old Santa Fe Trail, or the new generation driving across country on Route 66, whatever road you take, Old Santa Fe Trail beef jerky is a healthy, nutritional snack to take along for the ride. And it says New Mexico, taste, tradition. There's a Route 66 logo in the back. And it's literally it's actually very easy, very simple ingredients here. So this original, it's just got beef and salt. So this is best eaten, and back here is a little label right here, September 20th of this year. 1 bag serving size, 110 calories with 3 grams of fat, a gram of saturated fat, no trans fats. 55 milligrams of cholesterol with 350 milligrams of sodium, no carbs, no fiber, no sugar, and 22 grams of protein. So let's dig into the original Old Santa Fe Trail beef jerky. Into the bag. Tenderness, texture, and initial scent. So, look at that. Nice big, thick. I wouldn't say it's a thick piece, but it's a big piece. And this is literally, I think, what people talk about who aren't fans of jerky when they talk about, it's almost looks like a shoe heel. So it's a very thin piece. It feels very dry. And then to see, it tears easily, but it's got kind of a crunchy component when you're tearing it. And Aura is observing right here. He seems to be into it. So, yeah, it snaps easily, so it's very dry. There is, I do not see a moisture pack in here, so that's probably why it's drier. I do see a moisture pack. I saw one, I believe I saw one. Okay, maybe that was another brand. So, tenderness and texture is really not tender. The texture is kind of flimsy. I'm actually going to give it a 1 for tenderness and texture. Scent and smell, again, it's original, so it doesn't really have anything that kind of jumps out at you. Again, really not. And the scent that I'm getting from it, and the smell, I'm kind of unsure about what I'm going to eat here, and I don't know. I'm not necessarily feeling it, so I'm going to give it a 2 for scent and smell, and then tenderness, chewiness, and taste. So, right off the bat, I don't know if you can hear it, but you get a crunch from it, and I can kind of tell based off of how thin and dry this is that it's going to pack up a little bit of a crunch. So it's not bad on the crunchy aspect. So again, not anything that really jumped out at me. It makes up for the tenderness and texture and scent and smell. It ends up, I think, chewing fairly well in the end because of the crunch. And the taste is okay. So I'm going to give it a 3 for chewiness and taste. So, put that down for now. Next one we'll look at is the peppered. So, again, like I said, I'm not really a big pepper fan, but let's see how this compares to the original overall with that flavor component. Again, 1-ounce bag, best eaten September 13th of this year. Messaging the same. Saying here the ingredients are beef, salt, and pepper. So it's basically just that, same as that, but adding pepper to it. So that might lend out better. Again, I'm just going to read through this here real quick. So it's a little different here. So it's 110 calories as well, 3 grams of fat, a gram of saturated fat, no trans fats, 55 milligrams of cholesterol with 380 milligrams of sodium, no carbs, no fiber, no sugar, 21 grams of protein. Not necessarily sure how Weight Watchers is going to like the fact that there's no sugar or fibers with that much protein. But the assumption is going to be it's going to still be probably most likely 2 points for this entire bag. Which, again, for if you're on the program and you need something 4 points, something that you need to use points for, because to be honest with you can't, just eat fruits and vegetables. Like, you can eat fruits and vegetables all day and not eat anything, but you need to have some sort of calories that you have to count. So, yeah, so I would definitely, like I said, this is a good option to use. So let's dig into tenderness, texture, initial scent of the peppered beef jerky from Old Santa Fe Trail. Came the jerky cat just joined me. You guys like my rap? Yeah, I think we did. It smells like a money trail right there. All right, tenderness, texture, initial scent. Again, similar smell to the. Jeez, look at this! Wow, this is a big ass piece. So, again, it's my assumption right now, based off of this, is going to be, it's really not tender. It's more dry than moist. I have a friend of mine who hates that term. They kind of cringe over that. I get that way when people say kiddos. When I hear the word kiddos, I'm just like, ugh, God, just call them kids. Fairly easy to tear, but the pepper component, and I've run into this in prior videos, just falls off. It's kind of, right now it's making a mess of my table, so not really a big fan of that. I'm going to give it a 1 as well for tenderness and texture. Scent and smell, again, can't really smell anything on it. Like I said, it's going to be the same as the original. The only difference is pepper added to the beef and salt that the original has. So nothing that I can smell that's kind of like, oh, it's going to be blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to give it a 2, and then chewies and taste. Again, crunch, which I like, which helps. I mean, the difference is there's pepper on this compared to the original, which didn't. So, which I'm really not a fan of. I'm going to give it a 2. And I feel bad. People are actually criticizing me like, oh, do you ever not give a good review? And my take is simply, it's probably a lot harder for me to give a good review for something a vendor's sending me. I will give my feedback. But in all honesty, from what the vendors are sending me, it's been good all around. So I'm legit giving, I feel, fairly biased reviews. Not because they're sending me a free product, because what they're sending me is good. Just so happens that this is just kind of bad timing and it's something I buy. It just doesn't taste as good. All right, last one. Green Chile. Same thing, except everything's in green. Everything is so green. One of my favorite lines from, in my opinion, my favorite Mel Brooks movie. If people have ever watched any Mel Brooks movies, people always say, oh yeah, Spaceballs. To me, and I've had people swear at me, I actually like Spaceballs the least of all Mel Brooks movies. My favorite Mel Brooks movies, and I think a lot of them as well, is Blazing Saddles. It's almost like a tie. It's mostly like Young Frankenstein because of the bond I have with my dad over that movie. And Blazing Saddles is good too. But History of the World Part 1, to me, just very underrated movie. But yeah, there's a scene in that movie where Mel Brooks' character as the king snorts some coke, which it's the 70s, it was big back then. He just looks around and he's in the shrubbery and just goes, everything's so green. And that's what I think of when I see this pack.
Everything's so green.
That's what I think of when I see this package. So, yeah. Again, similar packaging, messaging across the board. This is best used by September 16th of this year. 110 calories a bag, so it's same 110 calories across the board. Compared to the other ones, though, this has got less fat. It's got 2.5 grams of total fat with a gram of saturated fat, no trans fats. 45 milligrams of cholesterol, 250 milligrams of sodium, 3 grams of carbs, the dietary fiber, 1 gram of dietary fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 19 grams of protein. So my feeling is because it's green lime, it's going to have a little more flavorful to it. It's probably going to lend to a better experience compared to the peppered and the original. And that's also translated in the fact that it's got more carbs and it's got sugars in it. So again, it's not, that could be a difference of a point right there. So sometimes it's better off not to eat something that's completely dry, has no flavor, just so you use a point. Sometimes you're better off just taking an extra point and having something taste better and feel fuller longer. So let's dig into this. Tenderness, texture, initial scent. Again, these are nice, almost like rawhide. God, my dogs would probably love this. This one's actually cool though, because if you can see, it's kind of perforated along here. So you could probably, let me see if I can, I'm just breaking it across easily. So, and again, it's just, you know, looks like the lime or chili flakes are embedded in here. So compared to the first two, I actually like this a lot better. I'm going to give it a 4 for tenderness and texture. The 4 is probably more related to the texture aspect than the tenderness, because it's still fairly consistent in that it's a thin, dry strip, so it's not as tender, but not flimsy and not going to break completely apart like this, or into pieces when you go to break it apart. So I'm going to give it a 4 for tenderness and texture, initial scent. Scent and smell, again, these are, you know, actually, I can actually smell a little bit of chili in here. So you're smelling it and you're thinking, it's probably going to have some sort of kick to it. So I like that, and it's got the pepper flakes right in there. So I'm going to give that a 4 as well for scent and smell, and let's see how it chews and tastes. Again, like the other two, got a nice crunch to it, which I like. And with the little bit of heat that it has, with the crunch, I like that. I think, to me, no better experience than eating a hot jerky that's got a little bit of a crunch kick to it. So that's pretty good. I'll give it a 4. So, that's very good. So if I had to just kind of sum it up real quick, if you're going to buy from Old Santa Fe Trail, I'd probably stick more to the green chili, these are the only 3 that they have right now. So they're gonna come out with more flavor-based brands, like a teriyaki, which you didn't have here, and I like. I would be more apt to try it. But I would lean more towards the green chili. Probably get original if you're doing a car trip, like a road trip, jerky. And the pepper's okay as well, but you'll see it in the description line down below how the overall score's translated. But I would definitely say the original and the pepper so far are probably one of my least favorite, and the green chili is kind of right in the middle. So yeah, that'll do it for episode 33. I just wanted to give a shout out and thanks to people who reached out to me following the tribute episode I had done for my wife's youngest cousin. Unfortunately, I had some more sad news over the week where my wife's grandmother, my wife's grandmother who just lost her youngest grandchild, just passed away. So we're going to be having a funeral service to remember her next week. Wasn't really into jerky and didn't really know about me doing this. I hadn't seen her in a while. Last time I saw her was way before I even thought about doing this. So I just wanted to thank you guys for your thoughts, well wishes, and IMs. And yeah, that'll do it for episode 33. Like this video, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Again, 2.5 weeks I'm going to be in Vegas. If you're in Vegas bound, let me know. If you're in the area, if you're a Vegas manufacturer, let me know if you'd be interested in me coming to visit a store, your location. So my hope is to maybe get something in on Wednesday when I get in the afternoon, or Friday before I leave. I'm taking a red eye back that night, so I was hoping maybe in the afternoon I go see one of your locations. So let me know. Send me an IM at my Instagram at Brian Jerky Journey. And that'll do it. So look down below for my comments for where you can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and see me on the IG. Like my video here, subscribe to my channel here. And that'll do it for episode 33 of Brian's Jerky Journey. I hope you enjoy this jerky journey with me. You join me in the next one. Thanks.
Brian's Jerky Journey is through. If you don't like jerky, go screw.